Yeah, but like anything
I
Warframe
meant to
related,
set
I
up,
really have
but then I
just
just hit
like
the button.
not paid attention to, like at all. Although I
I've
did,
kept up with her videos just because they continue to be entertaining whether I play Warframe or not.
I mean, even then, it's just like it feels stale, you know. I watch your content, it's
Mm.
like, okay, how many different ways can you slam Warframe? I get it, game bad. Like, I agree with your points, but just like, come on.
She has a good thing. She has good things to say once every 10 years or so.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's just like I'm not at all saying. I'm saying that I as a creator, much like not I as a creator, what I as a viewer, much like I have with Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter, have found just her content to have gotten stale and just not for me.
Yeah, I
You know?
definitely do feel that with Achievement Hunter. Like, the Play Pals I mentioned before is probably the first Achievement Hunter video I've watched all the way through in a year and a half.
Yeah. You know. It's just like I don't know. Maybe since they're going back to the office, or have they already gone back to the office? I don't know. It seemed to be
I
like up
don't
in the
believe
air.
so.
Well, yeah, because they were like moving or something or cleaning or
I
whatever.
think they're like in and out of it. At
Yeah,
least for off topic, they're in and out of it because I do still listen to that.
it's just like I'm not a big streamer person, just because there's only like one or two people that I watch on any sort of regular basis that stream. Like, let alone having to watch an entire group stream and like
Yeah, like for
flip
me,
flop
live
between their
streams are
streams.
something I more listen to than watch.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like, even like the one dude that I do watch like semi consistently, I don't even watch the actual stream. I'll just watch the upload of the VOD like a week later or whatever, because I just don't have the time to actually
If
tune in
I
when he's
make
streaming.
like if I happen to be in a place where listen to something when one is live, then I'll listen to it live.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
you
don't
know.
go out of my way to catch live
And I mean, I
streams
say
when they're
watch.
live most of
I
the
say
time.
watch, but it's like it's not even watch. I'll just like have it in the background while I'm like doing homework or cleaning the house or washing dishes or whatever, you know. So like it's not.
Yeah.
I know, super hypocritical hot take of someone who is streaming currently, but
I mean, here's the thing. You and I are streaming under the assumption we have 0 viewers.
oh yeah, no, I mean you know, but I don't know.
I
It's
don't feel
just
like there's a lot of hot takes to make about streamers when we barely on a stream when we barely qualify as such if we even do
hot
at all.
takes, hot takes. I actually haven't even like seen. Like I know. I think I've gained followers at some point. I don't think it really matters either, you know.
I think I've averaged 1 new follower per game we've played. And I don't think all
Honestly,
of
it's
them
not
have
even that
stayed.
bad of a spread. Just like for how little
No,
we
it's really
stream.
not.
Like for once a week.
I mean, admittedly,
Like
like I'm pretty sure each one has been like I think one of them was Palico, and then I think another one was the guy that watched us play Bloodborne. So like at
oh
least
yeah,
two out
Kronos.
of the at least two he might not have actually followed me. I can't remember. If he did though, then at least 2 out of my however many were people that initially were watching your stream. Which here's the thing.
25 followers.
I do what?
So I have 25 followers. I'm pretty sure like 20 of those are bots, but you know. Because I know you, Kat, Julian, Dom, and then Palico and Kronos, so 6. Okay, so I have 19
Yeah.
bots as followers. That's nice.
Like here's the thing. Based off of like the couple of streams you've done on your own and like the couple of times I've listened to a few minutes of our streams,
Mm-hmm.
you are by far better at live streaming than I am.
Oh, you think so? Really? Is it just because I won't shut up?
Absolutely.
Because I really just won't shut
Yeah,
up.
because you're
sometimes.
capable of filling dead air and I'm not.
Oh, that's rough, buddy. I can't even do it all
And
the time,
that's
though.
kind of an essential talent for a live streamer.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I feel like if I cared enough and I sat down and was like, all right, let's plan out how we're gonna do this. I think I might I could probably do like decently well. I don't know if I'd ever get like super good, but I could
See,
get like a
it's
few hundred
something I could
followers.
probably learn.
Yeah.
It's something I could probably learn, and it's also something that I'd imagine is easier with an active chat.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, because you can play off that. And that's the thing too. It's like I'm sure if I had more people that were like playing off of in the chat as well, along with like our
And
regular
like
thing.
honestly, the main reason, like I've thought occasionally I should try live streaming on my own. The main reason I never actually do it is because if I am playing with you or Charlie or Kat, that gives me someone to talk to, and by extension, a way for me to actually have something to say.
Mhm.
And by extension, makes the live stream significantly more entertaining than watching me mutter under my breath maybe every 30 minutes when something bad happens.
You could do it as like explanatory streams. Like you could show people how to build the the big mass murder machine in Minecraft that you use for all your animals. Like that could be something like it wouldn't take up like 8 hours, but that'd be like an hour of like okay.
You do
now we're making
realize
this.
that, like, like, all of those I built, almost all of those. The Iron Farm I figured out on my own. But almost all of those I built based off of some tutorial I had found.
Okay, fair enough.
And B, no single one of those structures takes more than maybe half an hour. I guess the mob grinder takes a little more, but that's just due to the sheer volume of materials you need and how high you have to make it.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of explaining to do when it comes to build a 120 block high tower. And then build a 30 block high tower on top of that. Alright, do we want to do the other depths, or do we want to progress the game?
Oh, there are more depths. That's right.
I'm kind of inclined to say progress the game because I didn't even think about there being depths until I had set my stream title, and my stream title references the next area of the game.
I mean, we can still do one more depths.
That's fair.
What's the next
let's
one?
start
Dead of
with the
Darkness?
I have no clue. Technically, the one we did before was technically the third one, apparently.
Oh,
So,
was it really? Oh, yikes.
did we start from the bottom or the top?
We start from the bottom, Town of Sacrifice.
Then I guess Den of the Dead should be the
The first one.
one.
If that's the first one, that technically should be the easiest, which means we should get through it quicker, right? I mean, you want to just go ahead and
Yeah,
do
I'm pretty sure the boss here is just slightly buffed Oliver.
it? Yeah.
Come back immediately.
Yeah, let's do that real quick. I can't take that's gonna be a good like refresher back in this game after rolling through Genshin so long. I was tempted earlier today to just not to like start a game, but just to make like Raiden Shogun and various other Genshin characters in here, just for fun.
That has
Wouldn't even be
never
too hard.
once occurred to me. You know, honestly, there's no reason to do that, because I've mentioned before, if you have characters saved, you can absolutely just switch what your character looks like completely, even on an existing save.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Let's do our best.
It's just like we're just like I was like I should go make like Genshin characters in Code Vein. I was like, or I could just do anything else.
My signal is up.
Like,
You know, that is a fair point.
I'm now 2/3 of the way through my statistics class homework, so that's pretty nice. That's pretty sick. Just in time for tomorrow, I'm sure we're gonna get another like 8 parts to Chapter 4, which is gonna be great.
You must be getting a lot more statistics homework than I did.
It's just so much, dude. And like, I don't know. I assume you did Newton, yeah, when you took statistics.
The teacher?
No, not the teacher. Well, like the teacher
Or-
was
oh.
Crop, Aiden Crop. not
Okay,
Aiden
no, I
Crop.
had a different teacher.
Something Crop, but like he uses Newton, right? The learning platform.
I've never heard of that.
You've never used Newton?
Not once.
That's the blessing and a curse. Okay.
Okay.
It's a curse because, in actuality, Newton is really, really good. 90% of the time. 10% of the time, it's the worst thing that's ever existed on this planet, and I wish whoever made
Okay,
it would die.
actually, come to think of it, I've never heard it. Is that the same as web work?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I do not know what web work is.
Because I realized that I think web work is like part of a larger website or software or something.
Mhm.
But like, all of my homework was done through a website called WebWork, and it was basically just like it'd give you a problem to solve, and you'd put in a solution, put in whatever work it wanted you to show, and it would tell you whether your solution was right or not. And probably around 20% of the time, even if your solution was right, it would say it's wrong, and you'd have to email the teacher, and he'd tell you, yeah, you have it right, the program is just garbage.
Okay. So see, I think Newton is new, because I remember they first started rolling Newton out when I first started, like my first semester there. For algebra,
Okay.
for like the common core classes, and I guess now it's progressed to like
And
statistics
see,
and calculus
they
and stuff like
used,
that.
like, I used WebWork for algebra too.
Did you?
Yep.
Huh. I don't know then.
And for actually every math class I've done there, I think.
So the way that Newton works, right, is that it'll give you a problem. Okay. So say like A plus
Okay.
B equals C. All right. It'll give you that problem. If you get that problem wrong, then it'll give you another problem that's very similar to that problem, but maybe like elevated up by like one or two steps. So like one or two steps already done for you, right? If you fail that
Okay.
problem, then it just decides, oh, this man's an idiot. Let me teach him basic arithmetic for the next 25 problems.
So with WebWork, it's just, it gives you a problem, and you attempt that problem till you get that problem right.
Yeah, no, that's not how this works. It's admittedly, I'm definitely over.
Well, I say until you get it right. Some, like, it's up to the discretion of the instructor how many attempts you get per problem. So some of them, I don't think any of mine ever actually did, but hypothetically, one could set it so that you'd only have so many attempts, and if you don't get it within that number, then you just don't get credit.
So
But
that is
most of the
No, go ahead and continue.
most of the ones I've done, they just gave you unlimited attempts, so as long as you were willing to keep working at the problem till you figured it out, you were guaranteed 100 on every homework.
Okay, so in that way, Newton is very similar, where you're not allowed unlimited attempts at one problem. You're usually only allowed one or two, but you are allowed unlimited problems. And the problems that you
Okay.
get wrong don't count against you at the final grade. Only the correct problems will be taken. So it's
Okay.
essentially impossible
So it's
to fail the
basically
homework
just,
so long
you're
as you at
not
least do it.
trying to solve X number of problems. You're trying to solve problems until you've gotten X number right.
Basically, yeah. Which
Okay.
can be nice sometimes because the more problems you get right, the more you to the algorithm, the more you understand the concept, so the less problems it's going to give you. And in fact, in some cases, it'll even cut down the total amount of problems that you have based on how many you've gotten right. So say you start out having to do 10 problems, you get 4, you go on like a streak of getting 4 in a row right, it might cut it down from 10 to like 8. Right?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. But the inverse of that is also true. So if you get 4 in a row wrong, it'll increase your problem count from 10 to. Wait, did we just win?
Yeah, the boss was the rifleman over in this corner, and I too hit him.
Okay. Like the music ramped up and then just stopped. So I thought
Yeah,
we
like
had
I
messed
thought
up
he
or
was just
something.
an I thought the guy over here was just an ad, but no. Like I hit him once and his health went down to like a fifth. So I hit him again and he was dead. Like the health at the top went down to a fifth.
Oh my god. Okay, that was pretty funny. That was very great.
Behold the power of axe.
Um. Anyways, but yeah, but so that's true. Like problem streaks, but wrong streaks happen too. So which means the inverse can happen. Which means like if you get 4 in a row wrong, it'll bump up your problem count from 10 to say like 15 now, right? The problem is that
Right.
like that counter doesn't reset at like any streak point, at least as far as I can tell. So if you get 4 wrong, it bumps up to 15. If you get the 5th one wrong, it bumps up to 20. If you get the 6th one wrong, it bumps it up to 40, right?
That sounds miserable.
And just keeps exponentially increasing the amount of problems that you have, or seemingly exponentially increasing the amount of problems that you have until you get back on like some sort of semi-streak so you can start knocking them down again. Um,
That sounds miserable.
so it's like, I don't know. It's been a mixed bag. Like half of statistics has been like laughably easy, where it's like, oh, I did this in, I did 4, I don't know, sections or whatever, worksheets in like 15 minutes, right? That was no problem at all. And then other times, like with this current chapter that we're on right now, chapter 3, it's like this, I've been on this one concept for literally 3 hours because every time I put in the problem, it wants it as it wants the opposite of whatever I give it. So if I put in a decimal, it wanted a fraction. If it wanted a fraction, I put in a decimal.
That was also a common issue with web work, is it
Right.
wouldn't always tell you how it wanted the answer, and if it wanted one or the... A lot of problems would actually take either one, but if it wanted one or the other, then
And that's the
you
problem
were
with this.
screwed.
With Newton and statistics is that like sometimes it'll tell you which one it wants. Like I want make your answer a decimal and round it to X number of places, right? And sometimes it'll say it wants a fraction. But sometimes it won't like tell you which one it wants. So you just have to guess and like flip a coin basically as to which one you're supposed to give it. And that's the problem that I've been having. Or that I was having. I've been very lucky or have somewhat figured out the system that it uses at this point. So I haven't had that issue today, at least. But the past like all of last week, I was having that issue. That's why I was like, I can't plan anything because every time I get something wrong, it compounds the amount of problems that I have. Like. So, and it's like, I can't imagine how it must be for like people who are having a harder time, like not saying that I'm any kind of a smart person, but just like people who have any amount more difficulty than me, is like they've got to be running through like hundreds of these things at once, just because of the way that the system works.
Probably. And if you're taking the class with the same kind of people I typically take math classes are, probably everyone there is doing that.
Yeah, So it's just like I don't know. And like we haven't even gotten to the hard stuff yet either. Like he was giving us a heads up this past week about like, yeah, you guys aren't even at like the permutations and sub-permutations yet. Like that's where most people drop the class. I was like, oh.
I wonder if you're taking a different statistics than I did, because I couldn't really call any part of the statistics class I took hard.
Yeah, like I don't even. The thing about statistics for me right now is that like I haven't really found any of it hard so much as I've just found Newton so frustrating to use, that it's making it hard by how like, I don't know, bullheaded you have to approach the program.
Okay. Okay.
I wonder what dictates whether you turn into like a normal like vampire dude or one of these like elephant boys. Or if it's just like a dice roll.
I kind of always just assumed it's a matter of, like, how old they got.
Oh, you think it's like the...
Kind of like the
like
Infested in
ancients?
Warframe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's a good point, yeah.
So apparently this was a completely unintentional design choice, but a few people pointed out that the Ancient's long floppy arm is awfully similar to how a lot of Aura can also have an extra long arm.
Yeah, it's how, what's his name is? Big, long arm guy.
Ballas?
Yeah, Ballas.
Yeah.
I think we've talked
There
about
have
this
been-
before. Before Ballas was released,
You and I
remember
might have.
telling me
I can't
something
remember.
about like how the Orokin had really big, like, one appendage that was usually much larger than the others, and that...
I mean, for a long time, Ballas was the only one we saw, and therefore knew he was like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Maybe I've
really
read that
only with
somewhere.
the... It's really only with the release of the Entrati, like, in the Heart of Deimos, that we started seeing other Orokin.
I wish you could use parry practice.
Okay.
Oh, he's transforming. Wow, that did like 12 damage. We don't even get to have the parry because you did so much damage to him. He just like stun locked.
I literally saved all my attack skills. Like, after a couple of uses right at the beginning, I saved them all for when he started his
Phase
second
2,
phase.
yeah.
Yeah, that's another reason. Like, heavy weapons are just generally overpowered in this game, but they're especially overpowered early game because you get so many more heavy weapon attack skills than you do light weapon attack skills. Like, as of right now, the only light weapon attack skill we have access to is the one from Louis.
Okay.
But I have 3, like, great sword and great axe attack skills.
Oh, you're cutting out pretty hard.
Great. That's exactly what I want to happen. Any better now? Alright. Did you hear what I was saying, though? Okay. So, like, they're just generally way stronger. Like, great swords and hammers are just generally way stronger than bayonets and swords. But that's even more the case early game than it is late game. Because as of right now, we have access to 1 attack skill for light weapons, and I have 3 for heavy weapons. And as boring as this is, the ideal build for weapon, like the ideal way to set up a weapon, my signal is up, by the way. The ideal way to set up a weapon-based build is just have 4 attack skills for whatever weapon class you're using, and just use each one while you wait for the previous one to finish cooling down. All right.
Lost her here. No harm in being prepared. You have to take whatever you can use. Nice work, Eagle Eye. Lost could spring up anywhere here.
I did not have that problem when I played through this game before. I don't know what the deal is right now. Maybe it's because of multiplayer. That's the only guess I can make. Oh.
What is that?
That would explain your lag, but not mine. Come to think of it, I didn't get lag when you were hosting either. Oh, I forgot about it. Not that it matters, I can just go back and do it now.
Sorry. Moving out. So, the subterranean space was created during the Great Collapse.
Okay. Okay again.
Got something we can use?
Invasion. I don't know. I feel like I remember reading somewhere that they had intended to implement some kind of PvP. But in the end, I guess they never did.
Truth is, hey, that's
That would definitely be interesting.
bring it anytime. Guess that worked out. Hold on. I'm on my way.
That would be pretty entertaining.
No. That's that, I guess. Oh, that's a nice thing to have around. Don't run too far ahead.
Oh man, speaking of berserkers, I found info on the other two summer servants on JP for this year. Three, I mean. So, I mean, we knew who they were, just not anything about what they did. Yeah. Kama is a multi-target arts avenger. No. We mentioned that she was the 5-star, or probably the 5-star, but it wasn't until very recently that there was any information on what any of them did, because their banner isn't up yet. The only reason we even know what they do is because of
Who knows what's waiting
like
for me?
they're popping up as supports in quests. Canis, if I remember correctly, I know she's a rider. I know she has a Buster NP. I think it's multi-target.
Bring it anytime.
I don't believe so. Huh. I will say, like, her first skill, you know the skill that, like, almost all of the Year 1 Summer Servants had, the team attack up and crit up for male? She has that. Twice in a row, really? Yeah, I guess so. And then the other one is a quick berserker, in much the same vein as like Adelante Alter and MHX Alter. Like quick single target berserker. What's her say the one you called the Nintendo Switch servant. Let's see, I should. Yeah, she is. Yeah, Kama is the 5-star. There's also, because a couple of servants that released with the most recent Lost Belt had this thing where once you got them to their 3rd ascension, their entire kit completely changed. Like their skill effects and NPs, like card types and effects, all completely changed. Actually, it might have only been one of them. And a lot of people are speculating that Summer Kama might work the same way. I think it's actually only one. I'm pulling it up right now. All right. So you remember the Fairy Roundtable servants were, like, their names in the story were all Fairy Knight such and such. They all have actual names, but I'm not going to try to pronounce this. So Fairy Knight Lancelot. I think it was this one. Let me check. Yeah, okay, here we go. So yeah, after her 3rd ascension, her skill changes from a NP gauge charge with a self-invincibility to an NP damage up with self-invincibility. And her NP changes from single target arts with a damage that applies a damage taken plus to enemies and gains crit stars to single target arts, which charges own. Wait, no, that's not it. What? Okay, no, it changes from single target arts with that like makes enemies take more damage and gains crit stars to multi-target buster that ignores invincibility and inflicts burn. So like her 3rd skill and NP both completely change everything they do when she hits Ascension 3. I assume it's tied to which appearance you have set. Like with MASH and the Ortnax. But yeah, a bunch of people are speculating that Summer Kama will have some kind of similar mechanic. But yeah, let's see. Back to the parking deck. Yeah, back to the parking deck, and then I don't think we'll be able to summon. But you know the area with the parade of enemies? Go in the direction they're going in. Yeah, Summer Canis is single target buster. Also keep in mind, I think the last Hunter vestige is somewhere along there, so keep an eye out for it. Hmm. Yeah, like I don't really remember all of the like side paths and such, just because I've been through most of the areas of the game a few times, but I only actually searched them the first time because every time since it's been on a New Game Plus. And I already had all the items there were to pick up. And unlike in Dark Souls, there's not a lot of purpose to picking up things you've gotten before in this game. Careful. That's the wrong way.
Another day together. This place must have been really busy once. Bring it any time.
Oh shoot. Oh wow, still working surprisingly well. But I'm not rolling as fast as I'd like. There is indeed no jump. What? Oh yeah, the revival? Yep. Oh yeah, also for future reference, Fast Dodge has so many iframes that if you spam it, you're nearly invincible.
No harm in being ah. Choose your ground well. What's this?
It's just a loading wall.
Watch where you're going to step next.
This game likes to take a really long time to load in areas that you're right next to. Gotta love that nice crunchy sound for landing from a tiny fall that only does a minuscule amount of damage. Yes. Yep.
Don't run too far ahead.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Sorry. I owe you one.
I tried to just do the drop straight down to the bottom, but then I deflected off of another, like a platform around the halfway point, and for a second I thought I was just gonna be dead.
I'd be pretty bummed if
Usually they have, like in the center, they'll have either some kind of meat or some kind of, like, sweet something. The majority of it is rice. I believe there's a specific type of rice that's used for it. But yeah, Code Vein has a lot of these long, zigzaggy passageways between areas. I would assume to allow for time for areas to load, but they're almost never loaded even after the passageway, so it doesn't really seem to do much. Alright.
How could we not, how are we these all-powerful? Other than
Eh. Because smoke is often an actual solid thing, and being able to miraculously see, like, is usually like floating particles, and the ability to miraculously see through it would basically just be X-ray vision. Alright, I'm going to be right back.
spooked or something.
Sorry that took so long. You know, I had been meaning, and Palico's watching, so I can just tell him directly. I had been meaning to let you know, oh yeah, Void ended up being super busy, but I'm available for Bloodborne sometime. And then I ended up also being super busy. Work got pretty bad for a week. Alright, if you hit your signal, I can search for it.
It looks recently used. Does it still work?
But yeah. Unlike Void, who actually does things with his life, pretty much I'm either at school, not at school, at work, or sitting around in my bedroom. I had actually kind of planned, because Palico, didn't you say before you've not done chalices yet? If that's still the case, I'd kind of figured you and I could start running those to catch you up on where Void and I are. Did you pull the lever?
Does it still work? I can see well enough in the dark. This mist. Remember, run off.
Yep.
Pick up something we can use?
So, fortunately, unlike Dark Souls, this swamp is not poisonous. There are a very large number of enemies that will build up poison. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
Bring it any time.
That too. There is a trick to immediately finding your way to the first missile from, or to the second missile from the first. It is indeed hug the right wall. Yeah, it 100% is. Like the little ledge to the right of the lever, if you had dropped off of that and just hugged the wall, you would have found a little passageway that would have led us right to where we were trying to go. One boss probably being Ebritas, I'm guessing, since she's optional and only... I guess the amygdala, too, is only necessary for dungeons. Are they the only... Martyr Ligarius is also optional, technically. That's Ebritas. Are those three the only optional bosses? That's true.
Don't run too far ahead.
I don't think he's that. Like, I think if you reach Gascon first and just fight him right off the bat and then just keep going past him and don't go back, then it wouldn't be too shocking for you to miss Cleric Beast. Amygdala, yeah. Invisible until the blood moon. These torches, by the way, are just here as reference points. They don't unlock anything like in DS3. They're just here to make it easier to see where you've been and how to get back to places.
That place was too tight.
I mean, we had beaten the game and progressed like halfway through the chalices by the time we fought it. And had found the XP room. Like, we were probably both at level 200-ish by that point. Oh yeah, also it's like super weak to arcane, and I had the and stuns if you hit its head, and I had the freaking like aimbot eye. I had just picked that up when we fought it too.
You can always climb up for a better view, right? Can't say I'd like to stick around long. Quantity over
To make you question your life decisions. Yeah. Yeah, and extremely reckless, especially in your case.
Take whatever you can use.
Abused heavily. I had 99 endurance. and like 50 each strength and intelligence.
That's a real gem. We're bogged down here.
See, I didn't like. I specifically made a point of like still caring about my souls because I didn't want to get stuck in that habit.
It'd be nice to have a landmark to use.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's the first backstab I managed to pull off in this area. If I remember correctly, Assassin as a code isn't very good, but it'll give you access to your second, like, light attack, like, light weapon gift. Oh, actually, it's also where you get Overdrive, which is basically a direct upgrade to Adrenaline, except it's a little harder to use. Basically, Overdrive is a damage buff with a higher duration than Adrenaline, but if you take a hit, it'll be removed. Easy for you to say. I'm bad at games. That being said, you can also stack Overdrive and Adrenaline together if you wanted. Which is actually kind of how I designed my bayonet builds.
Pick up something we can use? Hold on. I'm on my way. Be careful not to slip. We're bogged down here.
But do you remember them just because you have a good memory for boss fights, or because they were fun? Because that's kind of how I think about it. Yeah. Yeah, he was a really good first or second, whatever order you do. Yeah. Yeah, like as a first boss, he's really good, I think. I think Gehrman. I think Gehrman would have been a lot more fun if I hadn't been so over-leveled by the time I finally fought him. Yeah. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Yep, looks that way. Bloodwood was also pretty good. Ludwig.
Up and see, shall we?
Yep. After you beat him, you get it from his head, either by murdering the head or telling the head lies.
Can't say I'd like to stick around.
Yeah. I didn't know you ever got it. Like, you have to go through a lot of steps to get it. Actually, you know I used it, because, like, that's how we finally cleared the watchdog on my end. Like, you held its attention while I just stood on the opposite end of the room shooting it. We'd have to go back to the entrance for me to know how to get anywhere, so I'm just following you.
Be careful not to slip.
The entrance. Okay. Neat.
Hold on. I'm on my way.
There should be an... Yeah.
Were we just here?
I love how they specifically programmed the companions to comment on your inability to find your way around this place.
Can't say I'd like to stick around long.
Oh, there's a vestige over here, or maybe it... No, this is a map thing. Yeah. The invasions aren't visible until after you've triggered them the first time. And with that map up, it'll make it a little easier. Oh. Best worst enemy.
How's this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you remember, like, we were just progressing through the DLC, and I'm just like, wait a minute. This place is called, like, the Hunter's Nightmare. Aren't nightmare areas typically where lanterns spawn? I think there's a vestige behind this guy I'm fighting. Okay. Okay.
That's a real gem.
Well, what do you keep in your underground swamps? Okay. Yeah, I see where we need to go.
Down here.
I think. Half. Have you picked up this regeneration thingy? Okay. I can't see if it... Because I'm pretty sure there's 2 in this area.
Can't say I'd like to stick around long.
Here we go. Ow. Oh, electrical breath. Yeah, they can do lightning breath.
You have to too far
I think
ahead.
there's some item over here.
Hey, that's...
And then I believe up here is progression.
All right. I'm currently tracing the spring's flow. Just hold on. Give me a moment. Wait. What's going on here? We have to go back to the old city ruins. There must be something we missed there. Anyway, let's get going. Giacomo! Searching for blood beads on your own? That's awfully bold.
Listen, no one here wants this to turn violent, so just hand over your blood beads.
What if we don't want to?
Then I'll take them.
You're too late. A kid?
Get away from Mia! Nicola! What are you doing out here? Because you...
He's on the verge of a frenzy. That's why you want the blood beads, isn't it?
If you lay a finger on him, I'll carve out your heart.
Here, take this. That's for him. Give it to him, quick.
No! You haven't had anything to drink, Mia. Don't be silly. Go on. It's for you.
The symptoms aren't fading.
Yeah?
Why?
It's not enough, that's all. I just have to find more for him.
Hey, come on. Going out on your own is crazy.
Thanks for your concern, but we'll be all right. Come on, let's go.
So, I don't think... Yeah, I know. Let's go after them.
That's quite a comparison you've made there. Oh, there's a missile here.
We can rest here for a while.
So I have no regeneration, so it would probably be smart for me to just go ahead and summon out and we get me to this point before we continue. The alternative would be we keep going till I die, but if that somehow ends up being a long way, you'd have a lot of backtracking to do. All of them are. Or at least all the ones you can rest at. The map ones will be red before you activate them. Probably. You know, I actually agree with you. I mean, you've seen where the dogs are. Oh, I've not put it up yet because I'm unlocking some gifts real quick. Alright. Send a distress signal.
Making sure your gear is good.
Nice one. Whatever happened to teleporting taking too long?
We should probably move. I can see well enough in the dark. This mist. I think we can operate this.
No. I do want to get a bunch of the stuff in the area. Fair enough, yeah.
Hold on. I'm on my way. No harm in being prepared. You have to take whatever you
Oh.
need.
You have. If you've not done so already, before we get to the boss for this area, you probably will want to inherit slow removal and slow resistance from Mercury.
Looks like there's some high ground here. I lost her here. How's this? We need to get out of here fast. Now I can see how far we've gone. That's a real gem. Can't say I'd like to stick around long. Quantity over quality, huh? Bring it any time. How's this? That's
I just hit it. The regeneration thing was before this, wasn't it? I missed it. Yeah.
You can always climb up for a better view, right?
What did you do? Fun. Oh well, if I just explore the area thoroughly enough, I should find it.
It's a lantern no longer being repaired.
Environment? I mean, there's actually a bunch of mosquito men throughout the game, but they do tend to be different colors depending on their environment. Although why dampness would turn them purple, I'm not exactly sure.
try to get the lay of the land. It's no good.
Absolutely, we should have. At this point, my only solution is just to keep exploring.
Pick up something we can use? Sorry. Moving out.
Oh no.
Bogged down here.
We did not. Well, probably should have, because you get the other half, or like the core for Assassin up here. If you have the Fire Barrage or whatever it's called equipped, these guys are super weak to it. The Firestorm from Prometheus. Yeah. Fair enough. The thing to map this half of the area is probably right around here too, if I were to guess. Yep.
Demonstrated your skills nicely.
All right. Now to figure out where I missed that regeneration thing. Oh, there's a mosquito man after you. I might as well go ahead and head over here and get the missile unlocked.
We were mauled to death by horrors after the Great Collapse.
Yep.
Like I even care about that. You're safe for now, at least. Are you kidding me, Yakumo?
Oh?
Can't say I
Having
noticed.
problems? Well, don't.
Don't run too far ahead.
That would certainly be interesting.
Water, too.
Good old orange monkey eagle. I'm not sure how that didn't hit me. Alright, I have the regeneration.
Hey, that's...
How is your regeneration right now? Alright, in that case, go ahead and summon out, and we can continue from this missile over here. My signal is still up, so if you just want to go ahead and search as soon as you get back to your game. Mm-hmm. Not a hamburger, but isn't that basically what the McDonald's... Whatever, I can't remember what they're called. McGriddles are, but with sausage or with like bacon and yeah, it's basically just like pancakes with syrup in them, like with syrup already kind of in them, and it's like sausage or egg and cheese or egg and cheese and bacon in between them. All right. While I'm waiting, I'm going to go get more soup.
gawking in a place like this?
I've returned. Okay. All right. I did tell you before my signal was still up, right? What kind of person gets up at 6:30 just to get fast food? I've been eating those and being dissatisfied by them once or twice a year since I was a kid. You put up your signal instead of searching for one. Just make very small pancakes in a pan.
This lever looks important.
Your money, I guess.
Look, the water's low.
I specifically waited for you to find that on your own. There's a lever right here that lowers the water. Signal is still up, so just hit the button as soon as you load back in. Is that when they start selling breakfast? Because if so, yes, I would imagine that's when.
Don't be so tense.
You will note there is now less water.
I feel so much lighter now. You have to take whatever you can use. Enemy right by us. No harm.
There's a dude back here. There is indeed a dude. Nope. And you have to kill him. Yeah, there's a key you get when you kill him that I'm pretty sure goes to this lever, yeah.
travel safely. Looks like we can walk safely now.
Oh boy.
I don't need to watch my back with you around.
Oh boy. Okay, this is back to where we came from. Is there anything in the middle of the circle? Not a thing.
Want to try to look for the key?
I'm guessing there was a thing somewhere because I need a key.
Hold on. I'm on my way.
Probably just an enemy. Oh, look at that, a path. With the dude.
You pick up something we can use?
There was not a key. I assumed the dude would drop a key, but I don't think he did. Ah! I hate this guy so much that I skip him even at when I'm level 200.
Feeling better?
But the key is right there. Oh. He died. Yeah, see, not a thing. That guy was what I was looking for when I asked earlier, is there something in the center of this circle we made?
Feel the groove.
But yeah, literally when I play this game on my own, I just bait that guy out of where he is and then run in to get the key and leave.
Sorry. Moving out. Is that the woman from before? She's gone now. What's she doing alone? Looking for something? Where's the boy? If he wandered off, we should search for him. We're bogged down here. Enemy loitering over there.
Those bastards eat any damn thing in front of them.
What was that? I thought it was... Oh, he did fall off. There we go. And he also had a key.
We're bogged down.
Who says that's not who we've been murdering?
Keep an eye on that hole. Right. There's no water around here.
I honestly have no clue what game you're talking about, so sure. Oh. Okay.
Don't let them back into a corner.
Oh, I've been poisoned.
Well, let's mosey. Got something we can use? I always look forward to this. Can't say I'd like to stick around long.
Ah, here we go. We finally reached the area I've been waiting for. There's a bunch of mosquito men hanging from ledges, and if you see them before you get to where they climb up, you can just knock them off by hitting them in the back with a throwing knife. Oh, it absolutely does. I just use throwing knives because this is the only place in the entire game where they're useful. Oh well. Okay.
Let's open it up and see, shall we?
Hey, time for you to hate me. It's Louis' sword, but not red.
Don't run too far ahead.
So easy that we'll find one later on in the game. Not quite, but it looks really similar to one.
Can't say I'd like to stick around long.
I'm pretty sure I completely missed this one my first time through the game. Oh, that was pretty hilarious. How's your regeneration? Probably ought to get you to this point then. Alright. No, there is one more missile before the boss. And honestly, I don't think it's even all that far away. Are you fighting something?
Stop! Nicola!
You hear that? Come on, let's move it.
Is it? I was wrong. There is not another missile before the boss. Oh, neat.
Hold on. I'm on my way.
But yeah, since we're up to the boss, if you want to go ahead and summon out, we can get you to here.
Let's open it up and see, shall we? Got something we can use? We're bogged down here. We can rest here for a while.
Let me know whenever you have your signal up. And second, man, because I give me just a moment.
Make sure you're good and set. Don't go.
Okay.
Feels so much lighter now. No harm in being prepared. We can travel safely. This would have been a nightmare if the water was still here. Pick up something we can use?
In theory. I'm pretty sure it's not required, but I'm pretty sure it'd be a nightmare to try to find your way through. You might be able to pull like a DS1 Crystal Caves with the chemical lights. You'll have to get the key that's under him, at least. So... Oh, ow. Oh, that's an edge that I'm up against. He fell off the edge. I'm at 53 health, and I have to use all my regeneration to get health back, but he did fall off the edge. This is true.
Yeah, you're in the groove.
Yeah. Well, up there is a dude and a item, not the way forward. Wow, backswing. Yeah. That's where we came from, which means where we're going is over here.
Hey, is that the woman from before? Ah, she's gone now.
There's a lever for the here. Pretty sure.
Looking for something? Where's the boy? If he wandered off, we should search for him. It's narrow. Don't fall.
Probably. There was an area to check out back this way. If I remember correctly. Yeah, because you go around here to get to a vestige.
What is that? Enemy.
Yep, you sure do. Mm-hmm.
Got something we can use? Let's open it up and see, shall we?
All right. I don't actually remember. Might be okay for light gifts, although I can guarantee you it's not the best thing for it. Mm-hmm. That would certainly be quite a skill. Mm-hmm.
Thanks, friend.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I went the wrong way. This is towards the boss. You need to go back up there to get to the missile.
Stop! Nicola!
You hear that? Come on, let's move it. Huh, missile. Rest. You have to take what it.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here so that you can rest, and I'll be right back.
Here's hoping we find something interesting.
I've returned. was kind of hoping I'd managed to inherit the gifts from Assassin before we fought the boss.
Don't run too far ahead. Bring it any time.
Definitely Ranger over Hunter. I did not know that. In that case, Hunter might be the better choice.
Can't say I'd like to stick around long. Sorry. Moving out. A fire. It's a seafloor. You saw it? Damn it. Where'd he run off to? These ashes are the boys. Something's coming.
Mm-hmm. Because anime. You know, that never occurred to me, but you're right. She's even a Lancer. Oh, that's a throwing knife. That's not what I wanted. Oh well. How am I alive? It's actually really fun to use. Like, I used it for probably half my first playthrough of the game, if not more.
Don't get too wild
Naturally.
out there.
Considering that he's a revenant, he's a lot older than 9.
What is it?
He was sharing the blood beads I gave him with some of the other...
You have that thing on?
What is it?
was.
What is it?
Seriously? How did you only just notice? It's like practically his defining character trait. I will say, in his defense, his winter coat is actually his blood veil. You get it later on in the game.
So, I still knew her name back then.
What is it?
Those people.
What is it?
Well then.
What is it?
Who wouldn't? Wait, what? I mean, I have your stream up. Oh yeah, there is. What on earth?
So, it was Riki.
What is it? Take care. Thank you.
There's
There's something I want to give my blood code. It's a symbol of trust. Go on, take it.
Once you're done with that cutscene, you should be able to get Yakumo's blood code from him. What's a shot? Oh, wow. Yeah, I see.
Sorry. Moving out.
Well, naturally.
Feels so much lighter now. Enemy spotted. Bring it any time. Pick up something we can use? knew you had talent.
Hey, at least EO wears a little more outside the base. I mean, admittedly, you've seen her outside the base a grand total of once, so...
Make sure you're getting set before we go.
You'll need to get specific ones first, so give me a second. No, you get them from the guy back where you fought Oliver. Yeah, he's there permanently. He might make you fight some dudes, but he's there permanently. Alright, so the items you want. One of the items you can get from him should be fragrant tea. You might already have one or two of those. Give me just a second.
Docking in a place like this?
Okay, so check and see if you have any of the fragrant tea trading item real quick. Or if you have aromatic herbs. Okay. In that case, you're going to need either the fragrant tea or aromatic herbs. You're going to need 9 more. It does not matter which one. It can be any combination of the two or just a bunch of one or the other. I can't remember. I mean, if you have the option of giving them all to her at once, then I'm pretty sure that it'll work. Like, I'm not even sure you have the option of giving all of them to her at once. But yeah, you should get 5 points, like 5 trading points per item, and you need 50 total, so 10 items total should get you the 50 you need for the bayonet.
Enemy right by us. No harm in being prepared. You have to take whatever you can use.
Okay.
Bring it any time.
Of her bayonet? Yeah.
No harm in being prepared. I guess that worked out. Hold on. I'm on my way.
Thanks to everyone.
Yep. It'll be just a moment.
What do you want to upgrade?
Yeah, it'll be just a moment because I just headed back to upgrade some equipment. Or so I had planned, but because that sword I picked up starts at +3, I can't.
Which blood veil do you want to upgrade? Buying something?
That's not what I meant to do.
Okay.
I've got. If you want it, I got it. Come again soon.
Okay, let's get this task done. Another maze to get lost in. Great.
Alright. My signal is up.
Making sure your gear is good.
Oh no. Oh shoot. I forgot to use my souls before we headed here, but oh well.
It's a seafloor oil extract.
I forgot how far before the boss room this cutscene catches you. Do you have any clue how many times I've seen these early game cutscenes?
The real thing.
Ah. Oh, ow, okay. Seriously? Oh.
Bring it anytime.
Yeah. Yeah, basically my philosophy as we've been going through this game, though, has been, like, cutscenes that it shows while a second player is summoned in. If I'm the first one through an area, I'll let it play, but if you've already seen it, then I'll leave it, then I'll skip it. Yeah. Are you done after this, or are you good for a little more? Okay. I'd say go ahead and unlock the cathedral. Do you remember where that is? Yeah, go to the park and down that ladder. Yeah.
What was all of that?
What exactly is going on here anyway?
What was that freaking stutter on the ladder on your I just saw on your stream?
Sorry for coming out of nowhere with crazy request. First, check out the statue. That should put you on the right track. Let me know if you...
Hi. What do you want to upgrade? Okay, take care then.
Isn't blood supposed to taste coppery? Isn't that just its natural taste, or metallic at least? That I very much doubt. Yep. It is very, very white. It's also the longest area in the game. Like, you thought the swamp took a long time? Nope. This area is so long it has 2 bosses.
Okay, let's get going. No harm in being... You have to take whatever you can use.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That statue. I wish we could take it home with us. Don't run too far ahead.
I should not have told you about these things.
So, every spring we've found so far leads back to here. Come on, let's head in. The source can't be far off.
Provided, yeah, I was about to say no other weddings happen.